Have you ever woken up feeling like you already lost the day before it even started? You open your eyes, and before your feet touch the ground, a weight presses against your chest, the silent anxiety of everything waiting for you. Messages, meetings, deadlines, expectations. It feels endless, doesn't it? But what if I told you the first moments after waking are not just minutes on a clock, but doors that you can choose to open toward energy or toward exhaustion? And you don't need to force yourself to wake up at 5 a.m. or run a marathon before sunrise or meditate for an hour to find this door. The truth is simpler, more beautiful. It's about small rituals, invisible to others but transformative to you, that gently tune your mind and body into harmony with life. When Laura, a marketing executive from Chicago, hit her breaking point with her toxic mornings, she thought the problem was laziness. She blamed herself for not feeling alive, not feeling motivated, until she realized it wasn't her. It was the script she had been following. Wake up early, push harder, hustle, win. That script had one fatal flaw. It ignored the soul. So Laura threw out the script. And in its place, she built mornings filled with quiet, almost sacred moments. Not perfect, not polished, but alive. She started with something so simple it almost felt silly. Before doing anything else, she drank a tall glass of water. No phone, no emails, just a connection between her and the life force her body had been craving all night. With that first sip, she wasn't just hydrating her cells. She was sending a message: we are awake, we are ready. Home times, standing there wrapped in a sweater against the chilly air, Laura would close her eyes and simply breathe in the world as it was. Imperfect, unfinished, alive. No apps refreshing in her hand, no breaking news demanding her outrage, just her own heartbeat syncing with the quiet pulse of the earth. In those fragile minutes, she wasn't chasing productivity or fighting against the clock. She was reclaiming her space in the universe, one silent sunrise at a time. Without realizing it, she was crafting a sacred, almost forgotten kind of ritual, a true morning routine for energy that nourished her not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually too. There, on that small balcony overlooking the still sleeping city, Laura discovered something even more precious than momentum permission. Permission to start her day slowly, intentionally, on her own terms. Permission to greet herself with kindness before greeting the world with answers. This gentle awakening, wrapped in light, movement, and breath, became a secret pact she made with herself every morning. Not a duty, not another item to tick off a list, but a gift, an offering to the woman she was becoming. In that quiet choice to choose herself first, Laura didn't just change her mornings, she changed the entire narrative of her life. Some mornings, Laura felt the familiar tightness of anxiety clawing at her chest. Instead of reaching for distractions, she sat still and breathed. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Again. Again. She wasn't trying to conquer her fear or banish her worries. She was making peace with them, breathing through them, reminding her nervous system that she was safe, even when her mind screamed otherwise. In those moments, the mornings stopped being a battleground. They became a sanctuary. Laura also made a quiet promise to herself. She would no longer let other people's priorities hijack her sense of direction. Before answering anyone's demands, she asked herself a simple question: what do I want to feel today? Not what do I have to do, but how do I want to feel? Grounded, joyful, free. She wrote it down, and then she mapped her day around those feelings. It wasn't perfect. Life still threw curveballs, but now her days had a heartbeat that matched her own, not someone else's agenda. And there's one more thing Laura did. Something so deceptively small, yet powerful enough to reshape her mornings from the inside out. She reached out, sometimes to a friend, sometimes to herself, sometimes to the soft muzzle of her dog waiting faithfully by the bed. She connected, even for just 60 seconds, to something bigger than her to-do list. In those seconds, she remembered that she was human first and productive second. The energy that flowed from those tiny moments of connection carried her through even the hardest meetings and the longest afternoons. Laura's mornings didn't change overnight. They evolved patiently, with grace. She didn't add all 7 habits at once. She layered them, like a gardener planting seeds. Water first, light second, breath next. Over time, the soil of her mornings became fertile again, not because she forced it, but because she nurtured it. And every morning that began with presence, intention, and kindness compounded into a day that felt lighter, a life that felt freer. And when you pause long enough to hear that quiet voice stirring within you, you'll realize something profound. You were never broken, never lazy, never behind. You were simply disconnected from yourself, trapped in a rhythm that wasn't yours. True vitality doesn't come from punishing alarms or endless checklists. It comes from connection, real, raw, human connection to your body, your needs, your breath. Learning how to have more energy in the morning isn't about adding pressure or performing rituals you secretly resent. It's about returning to the simplest truths your body has always known, but that the noise of modern life taught you to forget. Each tiny choice you make, pouring that glass of water, cracking open that window, filling your lungs with a deliberate, forgiving breath, builds a new kind of morning, a new kind of life. A life where you are no longer chasing energy like something elusive and distant, but where energy rises within you, naturally, like the first soft light of dawn. It's not perfection that transforms you, it's presence. It's the choice to start, to listen, to care for yourself with a tenderness that few ever allow themselves. And in that decision, repeated morning after morning, you won't just find more energy, you'll find yourself. So I ask you now, which of these gentle revolutions will you begin with? Which seed will you plant tomorrow morning? Leave your answer in the comments. You never know whose morning you might help bloom by sharing your journey. And if you felt a spark of hope today, I invite you to subscribe and join our growing community of souls, learning to live awake, not just alive. Because how you start your morning is how you live your life. Let's choose to live it beautifully together.